Welcome to this awesome video. Here are credit repair tips that you need to know in order to repair your credit the right way. So there's a right way and the wrong way, the slow way and the fast way. Whichever is considered wrong, we're going to discuss in this video. I have 9 applicable, very pragmatic steps here, and I simplified it as much as possible. However, there are some things that are just unavoidably complex, and you may already have figured that part out if you even tried to repair your credit and do it yourself. DIY credit repair is a very common thing on YouTube, and a lot of people make so much mistakes, mainly due to their own cognitive biases of being impatient and being overly hopeful and not really being realistic as far as their specific situation, and they're not really getting the professional help that they should be getting. Instead, they're watching these free videos on YouTube, which are fine. This is a free video, but I'm actually going to encourage you to do something different in this video. So before you do anything, before you try to look at your credit report and try to repair things on your own, stop, watch this video until the end, because I promise you, after this video, you will have some sure enlightenment and it will open your eyes on how to repair your credit the right way. So let's go into it. Here I have number 1. All right, it might be obvious to check your credit report, right? So how does one check their credit report? You might subscribe to Identity IQ, MyScore IQ, Credit Karma, so on and so forth. They're all great. But what you want to do, the first thing, okay, you got to cover your bases, right? And before you get to base number 3, you have to go to base number 1, unless you know how to score a home run, right? You might be hoping to hit a home run in this credit repair game, but that's why you're going to lose. You got to have the skill to do that, okay? You can't just because you want to do it or you hope to do it, it's going to happen. No, stop that right there. Credit repair is an art and it's a sweet science. And if you want to repair your credit the right way, you need to get the right tips on how to do it, and you need to get professional assistance. So what we have here are Experian or Equifax, TransUnion, Experian. You want to get your credit reports from these credit bureaus. There's 2 ways. You can do a request by mail, but that's slow. You don't want to do that, okay? You're going to get that stuff in the mail anyway after I show you this trick. You want to go to annualcreditreport.com. Do not go to MyScore, do not go to MyFICO, do not go to any of these sites. This is for credit repair, all right? To check your credit, it's different. But you have to understand that there's a process that's going to ensure that you get stuff off pretty quick. So Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian, you can download these online as well. These are very good. But you can also go to annualcreditreport.com. I would first go to annualcreditreport.com and you'll fill out a form with your name and all your personal information. And what will most likely happen, you might possibly get denied to view your credit report online, and that is a violation of your rights. So you want to take a screenshot of that or download that actionable notice that they send you on the browser, and you want to send that to me. That way I can deal with it. Well, that's if you hire me or not. So there's a way that I do it, or whatever credit repair expert you work with, that's what you want to do first. You want to make sure, if in the event that denial letter, denying access of you viewing your credit reports online, which is your right, is sent to the credit repair expert that you're working with. That's number 1. That's a key golden point right there in order to repair your credit the right way. So there's more processes involved in using that and in order to relate to the right people, right? But if you don't know how to do that, that's number 1. So if you do get your credit reports, you want to download them and get access to them. Then you can go directly to TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian and get those reports as well. That's number 1. So you can either go to annualcreditreport.com. After that, you can go get your credit report as well. If you want to get your FICO score, I would visit the link below, MyScore IQ, visit my link below, click on it, and join that, subscribe to that, get that 3 credit bureau score. That way, once you have that, you'll be able to pull your reports every single month. Now, the thing is, you get one free credit report every year, you're going to have to pay some sort of service to get access to view your credit report every month. Remember, this is a business. This is how the bureaus make money. It's their business to sell you reports that MyFICO calculates that information and gives you a score. That's how the business is. You can't avoid it. You're going to have to pay something every single month. Or you can go to Credit Karma, which is also good, but it only shows 2 bureaus, TransUnion and Equifax. What about the third? And what about comparing those 3 credit reports? And then the archives, like I told you, you want at least 12 months archives before and after this so-called event of you defaulting on a credit card or an installment loan or whatever it is, getting a late payment. You want to have that big, technically it's 24 months, 12 months before and then 12 months after, because it may take a year to repair your credit. Like some companies, which we have noticed, it may take a year. And then you come on my way and then you want to, try our service. So that's another thing, okay? We don't know the outcome of this situation, and nobody knows, especially if you don't know the intricate details, okay, of your credit. We don't know the outcome unless we actually look at those reports. When we look at those reports, we can closely predict what will happen next, and we're usually right. So we work with data. We don't guess. A lot of companies out there guess. They do a lot of guesswork, but they don't do a lot of brain work. And we use all the data that we can. In-house, we have a system called ACAT, Automatic Credit Analytic Technologies. We were one of the first, actually the first credit repair company to use artificial intelligence. Now, what this system does is it works with public and private databases to compile all of your information with other reports and other disputes and other case studies out there to make the best dispute possible for you. And working with me in conjunction to that data, I make decisions, not just the AI. So that's another thing that we have here. Number 2, okay, you want to be able to identify and dispute errors. This right here, identify, that's an art. A lot of people have untrained eyes. They look at a report and for them, it's just a report, but they have no context of that one report and they don't know how to look at all the data. A lot of amateur credit repair people look at some of the most basic stuff, the basic stuff. And it's just funny, like this is stuff that you could do, right? You have to be able to you have to be trained. Personally, I've seen over 10,000 credit reports, okay? Actually, probably more than that. I lost count, but it's definitely in the tens of thousands. And my mentors, close to hundreds of thousands of reports. It's actually even more than that. It's unique reports because each person has more than one report, but if you count just one person and one report that month, then you might say 100,000, me, maybe 10,000, okay? Who knows? It's up there. It's a lot, okay? Too many to count, all right? So you want to be able to know how to identify errors that are present on the credit report and have previously happened within that 12-month period. Remember my video before this, you might want to watch it, okay? It's the video that I uploaded before this. Maybe I'll leave that video here. Go ahead and watch that one. You want to be able to identify this. If you're a newbie at identifying errors, like if you have not had success with fixing thousands, tens of thousands of reports, then your level is not on my level. And you want to make sure that you either get to that level quick, it's not going to happen overnight, or you hire someone that has that skill. So keep that in mind. You may not be able to see what I see. And you have to ask yourself that question fairly, honestly. I've been in the game since 2010, 2011, around there, 10 years, 11 years, whatever it is. And I've seen a lot of reports and I've had a lot of success. My career has been phenomenal. I've been able to fix people's credit reports and get stuff off where they were once unhopeful. There's a lot of case studies that I have. You might want to check out my playlist right here of some of the reviews that we have. Now, these are hundreds of reviews, but I say some because they're not all the customers that we have helped. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to make the time to make all the reviews or even put put people's credit reports online on our YouTube channel for a couple of different reasons. Some because they don't allow me to, and then others because they just don't have the time. All right. Now, before you dispute errors, you must identify the errors. All right. You want to be able to identify quickly and also future errors on your credit report. How does one do that when you have to wait for the credit report to come? Well, there's a way to get around that as well. You want real-time credit monitoring. Real-time credit monitoring, you'll be able to identify the real-time changes on accounts, such as remark codes, status of the account, etc., etc., etc. All right, you want real-time credit monitoring with online accounts with Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian, and then also Credit Karma, like I said. You want to be able to get access to that and be able to interpret it the right way. If you're not trained to do it, if you're not trained to repair credit, then you're a noob and your likelihood of being successful is really low. It's like joining the Army or the military or, you know, the Air Force. If you've never flown a plane before, what are the chances of you crashing? Okay. If you have not had success repairing your credit, what are the chances of you effing it up? Do you think people go on YouTube and learn how to fly a plane? Do you think people go on YouTube and learn how to, like, you may have learned the theories of it, the textbook theories, but unless you've actually done it, you don't know anything. You're just repeating words like a parrot. You actually have to do this stuff in order to be considered good at it. You have to have many results, not just getting lucky. You tried one thing, you got lucky. That's luck. That's a fluke. Okay, go to Google and search fluke. Define that word. That's what that is. All right, you have to have experience doing this or just leave it to the professionals. And it's up to you to determine who is professional enough. By these free videos that I'm leaving here, hopefully this will demonstrate my intelligence and my experience. That's the purpose of why I leave this video, is to help you guys understand the reality of this and to really get your credit clean fix. All right. So there are three ways you can dispute errors. One, DIY credit repair. Do it yourself credit repair. Okay. You can go on YouTube and DIY credit repair, which is kind of like this. All right. I will have a DIY, do it yourself course on my YouTube, and I will teach you how to repair credit to the best of my ability, and it will be for free. All right, but you most likely need extra support because, as you can see, these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 steps. But each one of these steps, you will be thrown problems. You will engage into problems. And when those problems arise, you will have to respond to them with solutions. And when you respond with a solution, the bureaus, the credit agencies, and the creditors will just throw another problem at you again. And how are you going to respond to that? Are you prepared to respond to that? Do you know the protocol on how to respond to that? And even if you have a protocol, it may not be 100% perfect. Nothing is 100% perfect at Pinnacle. There is no perfect strategy. There is randomness. There's bad luck and good luck too. All right, but it's really slim. You want to minimize and mitigate the damage. You want to minimize your chance for failure and optimize your chance for success. And in order to do that, you need to work with a pro. The pro is going to give you a peace of mind. And doing it yourself, you're just like flirting. You're flirting with success. You're touching it. You're just kind of messing around with it, but you're not really knees deep, neck deep in the water, okay? You're not skin in the game. You need to put skin in the game. You need to hire someone. Now, how do you hire someone? You need to have money. If you don't have money, then good luck. So you can DIY credit repair or hire Pinnacle Credit Repair or hire whatever credit repair company out there. There's a million out there, all right? Or you can do nothing. The good news, if you do nothing, guess what? You'll save money. The good news, if you do it yourself, guess what? You'll save money. But that's time you're going to waste. I can almost guarantee it unless you really dedicate yourself. So if you look at all the time it will take for you to know what I know, why would you do that when you want to get stuff clean quick? It's like, all right, it took you a year to figure out 10% of what I know. And then knowing what I know and applying it are two different things. Okay? This is in real time. Knowing something and knowing how to apply it is different, okay? And people don't know that because they're just so focused on the textbook. It's like you can go to a business school and get all the grades perfect. You know how to run the business perfect. But until you actually go out and own a business and run it, you really don't know what you're doing. Now, if you want to scale your business, that's another thing. You can learn how to do it, but actually doing it, fighting your emotions and your temptations, and then also your spending habits and your customers and dealing with that human interaction, that's a completely different thing. I've been in business for 10 years, so I think I know a little bit. The third one, number 3, manage credit utilization, okay? So managing credit utilization is a proactive, ongoing thing. You're going to learn how to master managing your credit. So if you're not really good at managing your credit, meaning you have late payments, you need to pay down your balances. Pay down your balances. Pay down your credit card balances below 9% and keep them there. Now, this one is a little bit tricky, okay? Because there's a way to manage your credit utilization every single month. And the formula that I came up with, okay, is called M29B95C. Repeat after me, M29B95C. Okay, and it stands for max out your credit cards 29 days before the due date of the bill, below 9%, 5 days before closing. So, let's give you an example. You have a credit card, all right? You pay it every single month. The due date is every 30 days, the bill is due, okay? But then there's a closing date of the card. The closing date and the due date of the bill are a little different, okay? So what you want to do is, if you intend to max out your credit card, which is a bad thing, and it's also a good thing. If you max out your credit card, you need to do it 29 days. You can do it 20 days. You can do it 15 days. You can do it 27 days. But I just say 29 because it's like 1 day less than 30 before the due date. So it's keeping you safe. So your due date's there, you paid it off, then the next month comes, and then you max out that card 100%. Then you carry that balance of 100%. 5 days before the closing date, you pay it down below 9%. That way, your highest credit limit is not reported on that card. Because if you look at your credit report, okay, you'll see the highest balance reported, you'll see the low balance, and you'll see the monthly bill, and you'll see the due date, and you'll see the available credit limit, and then also the usage. So that highest balance reported, go ahead, look at your credit report. Look at your credit report if you have some time, all right? You guys have all the time in the world. That's why we're on YouTube. And look at the highest balance reported. That might not seem like a derogatory, like a delinquent, like a negative impact on your credit to the untrained eye. But believe it or not, that highest balance reported is going to determine your risk level with all these big credit card financial experts. They're looking at things that most people do not look at. I'll repeat again. These banks are really smart. These credit card companies are really smart. They are looking at things that you are not looking at, that other people are not looking at. And that's precisely why they're the people extending credit to people that don't know how to manage it. Because you don't know what they know. There is something that they know that you don't. Don't be a know-it-all, all right? Don't be arrogant. Don't be cynical. All right, there's something that you don't know that I know, and that's what you need to know. But I don't have the time to give you all my knowledge. I have the time for this video. I don't even know if I'm going to be alive tomorrow. All right, nothing's promised tomorrow. So with that being said, you want to manage your credit card like this. Now, if you're in a situation where money's tight, I wouldn't recommend maxing out your credit card because you're not used to it. So if your bills are tight, just keep your credit cards down below 9% and carry that balance. That's better than doing this, because what if you maxed out your card and then you were late to pay it on 29 days before the due date? Then what are you going to do? Then it's going to be maxed out. Then you're at a risk. It gets reported that month, highest balance. Each month, that credit report has the highest balance reported as something that's not ideal, which is above 35% of the actual available credit. It's going to hurt you. You do not want that. Remember what I said. It's not just what's on one credit report. The banks are looking at other credit reports. They're looking at the many years of credit reports. Okay, that's what people don't understand. You think you fix one report and then everything's all good? No, they're looking at other reports. They have archives of that, just like you can. So whenever the bank pulls a soft inquiry, like if you have a credit card, trust me, they're getting a soft inquiry on your credit. They're looking at your credit and they're saving it. Boom! Okay, you give them out whenever you have a credit card. Okay, that's a data mining tool. A credit card is seen by the masses as free money, but it's actually not. It's a spy tool. Now, don't get all scared and everything. Oh, they're spying. Everyone's spying on this phone, this iPhone. Samsung is listening right now. iPhone, iOS is listening to me. These ads are listening and sending you what you want, which is a good thing. Other day, I thought about a cleaning thing that I forgot about. I was looking for it. And then boom, they shot me an ad and I bought it. Okay, that's a good situation. Okay. Now, there's good things and there's bad things. And all this is transparent in the fine print of your apps. You can turn this off by going into your iPhone settings if you really are, a little paranoid. But don't be paranoid. This is the world that we live in. We live in an advanced society of technology. And credit cards are one of those tools where banks want to know about you. Don't get all freaked out and be all against credit cards, because guess what? Rich, successful people that are buying real estate deals and making money and having money to eat amazing food and having a nice house and living an amazing life, okay? They know this stuff. You need to know what they know. Imagine having an 800 FICO score, 100,000, 200,000 available credit. You knew all the information I had. Life is good, right? It's going to be really, really good, right? I want that for you, okay? And if I can help you get that, you're going to send me more clients. It's going to make me rich. So it pays full circle. I have to help you in order for you to help me. That's how it's been. I'm not going to help you for free now. You have to watch this video. Pay me your attention. Pay attention. You're paying me right now. Money is not the only currency, right? Attention, time. Give me your time, and I promise you at the end of this video, you're going to feel much better. You're going to have clarity, all right? So we went over the three methods of, we discussed number 3, managing your credit utilization. Pay down your balances. If you're in financial trouble or things are tough, don't do the 529B9 5C, because that's risky. Because if you miss 1 month on this formula, you are fucked. So pay it down below 9% and keep it there. Carry that balance until you get more revenues, until you get more, a customer. I have one client, he paid me $3,000. He was telling me, hey man, I pay you $1,000 now and like $2,000 next week because I'm getting these invoices that come. I'm like, okay, I get it. Sometimes, and like the same thing for me. Sometimes I don't get a lot of clients. Sometimes I get like a handful of clients here, a handful of clients there, and then my money is different. All business owners know this. It happens to every single business on the planet. It fluctuates, your sales. If you're a job guy, that's different. You have a salary, but your salary is going like this, stagnant, but then you have an emergency, boom, and then it takes your income for that month, or you need to buy this thing or that thing, and then your income's down, and then you're in debt, and then your credit card, and then your income is not incongruent with the debt that you have, and then you're going further and further in debt. You have to figure that part out. We're going to go into that later, okay? M29, B9, 5C. Some guy might say, it's 3 days, not 5 days. It's 7 days. Dude, the thing is, you got to pay it before that closing date, okay? And 5 days is really safe. I like to be super safe. There's people that say, 3 days, 2 days. I'm like, no, 5, maybe even 7, okay? So if you see 5, just add another. It's not going to hurt you. It's not going to hurt you if you do 7 days, even 10 days before the closing date, okay? But just follow 529B9 5C, all right? Don't have a cowl over this shit. Number four, establish payment history. Establish payment history. Know how you establish payment history? Don't be late. Don't be late. If you have late payments, chances are you have late payments. The reason why you have late payments, are you ready for it? It's because you're disorganized. You're either disorganized or you're living outside of your means. You spread yourself too thin, you overextend yourself, and then you got in a predicament. Protect yourself from getting in a predicament. Plan for a rainy day. Don't be arrogant. The Bible says pride comes before the fall. This has happened to me many times in my life where I'm making tons of money. I think, oh, this money's just going to come. And then one day, boom, no clients. No clients for months. It's happened to me in my early days. Thankfully, this doesn't happen so often here now. So this happened to all of us. There's always been droughts in history where the weather changes and then it's tough. It's tough. So tough times. Even now, COVID has affected everybody. COVID has affected my business. Now I'm going through post-COVID syndrome where business is slow. It's not like before. I'm not going to lie to you guys. Business is slow for everybody. Anyone that says business is booming, they're fucking lying to you. Unless they are Jeff Bezos or Apple iPhone. But even Apple iPhone, their sales, right? But their product is priced at a point where it's not too difficult. Anyway, not too high. Anyway, that's another topic. So disorganized. You need automated payments. And you need to manage your money correctly. Know what's in your bank account. Manage it correctly. Have some reserves, okay? Have some reserves. Don't be disorganized or living out of your means. Have a spreadsheet of all your expenses and you know exactly what you're going to pay for the next month, okay? Have a spreadsheet of all this, what your expenses are and everything. And another thing, if you're buying stuff on credit cards, that's a no-no. These credit cards are watching where you shop and looking at what you buy, and they're looking at how you make your payment based upon your behavior, and they're categorizing you in a psychological category that is low risk and super high risk, prime and subprime, okay? You want to get out of the subprime category and move on to the prime. Like a person at the gym. The person that has a six-pack like myself and nice broad shoulders with a V shape and like 10% body. I got 10.7% body fat. So sue me. I'm going to, less than 11, okay? Only 4% has abs. Only 4% of the population has abs, okay? Now, I want to get down to 7% body fat. Now, that goes even further. And I also want to get to the 10% of highest earned income in America, not the world, because most of the world's in poverty. But in America, if you're in the top 10%, you're making $1 million. Okay, so here's the thing. The habits of a person that has a fit body is going to be different than a person that is fat and overweight. Two separate, let's take a fat person, for instance. A fat person is going to stay up late, is going to indulge into overeating, is not going to have good hygiene. It'll look like this right here. They're not going to be eating healthy. They're not going to have a care of what they eat, when they eat, or how they eat it, because they have no interoceptive awareness of what's going on in here. Even though it's so big, it's hard to miss. They just don't have the manpower to stop. Don't be like that, credit-wise. Have good financial habits. Now, I've been guilty of overeating and being fat, not as fat as some people, like a trucker, okay, like a trucker fat. They're on the road, they don't sleep, and they're eating bad shit. If you're a trucker, they don't know if you're asleep or not. They just know that you stop fucking the truck. You turn the truck off and there's a timer, right? And then that truck is staying there at that station. They know you clocked in and clocked out. You had this much sleep. There's no way to calculate that. Correct me if I'm wrong. Anyway, you want to change your bad financial habits slowly but surely by watching videos like me, subscribing, seeing my face every day. We're friends now. Seeing my face every single day. We are pals. Drop a comment. Add me on my Facebook. Add me on my Instagram. We will talk together. Book a consultation. It's only $99. Book a call with me. It's $99 for a consultation. If you can't afford that, well, how the hell do you expect to get out of your situation, bro? Okay, if you can't afford this, shut off YouTube and give up. All right, now, number 5, avoid credit applications. What are you thinking? You're not going to get approved. Your credit's fucked, right? Your credit is done. Not done. You could be revived. like Christ on the 3 days and rose again. Want me to do that to your credit? Okay, I will do that. Your credit will rise. Not in 3 days though, maybe 3 months. So stop applying for stuff you are not going to get approved for. Unless you know you will get approved for this. And how would you know? You'd guess, right? Even people that are really good at applying for credit cards, if you don't have any further past history of applying for credit cards and getting approved, what are the chances of that changing? You do not know how to apply for credit cards and get approved for high limits. Only experts like me do, right? So unless you have that track record, go to a professional that has got his client's credit, that has got his client's business funding. Work with someone like that. Don't work with, don't rely on yourself unless you know how to do it. All right? Stop applying. Okay? I'll give you an example here. Now, maybe I'll trademark this word. It's called financial hypergamy. Look it up. It's not even on Google. I've created it. Hypergamy is, but not financial hypergamy. Female hypergamy. And I'll give you an example of, let's say, sociology. Female hypergamy. Female psychology. Financial hypergamy. I'll give you an example. Imagine there's a guy, you're probably a guy because my downlines are men. So let's just say there's a really attractive girl that 9 out of 10 guys would consider a 10. A guy goes up to that girl and there's like 5 other girls around behind that girl. He talks to her and asks her out and that girl rejects him. You know what happens in that situation? Now all the girls behind her don't like you either because now you're seen as a loser. It's the same thing with credit, okay? Let's flip it around. There's a super hot girl, a various array of different girls behind her. Some are 6s, 7, adjustable 7s with makeup and stuff like that. Nice ass, but butch face, whatever, you know what I mean? American beauty standards. And then that guy gets a date with her and she's smiling and then they see the phone. Oh, they're exchanging their shit. And they look at her demeanor and they're like, oh, her energy's good. They're vibing. Now all of a sudden, all those girls want that guy. He's interesting now, right? Works just like that with the banks. So imagine you're at a bank, you get approved for a mortgage, a good rate. Now all the other banks know, oh, this is a good customer. He's responsible. He makes money. He's investing in real estate. Look at his track record. Okay, he got approved for that deal, did this deal. How do I get that guy's business? Well, let me work out something with the numbers here and then boom, let me headhunt for him because I have his information because we have a partner and affiliate with that credit card company. And I can add him on this network or that network, or better yet, let me covertly, indirectly flash him an ad for our services because we know his email address. It was sold to us legally. That's how smart these guys are. They can't call you and be like, I got the deal. But what they can do, while you're on TikTok watching people dance, while you're on YouTube messing around, you're going to see an ad. One of these days, you're going to see an ad. Just like I saw the ad for that cleaning thing. I'm glad I did. That's how that works. Now imagine if you're a bank and then you got denied. You applied for a credit card and you were denied. Guess what? All the other credit cards know this a mile away. You're now in the subprime category. And now the subprime category credit card companies are denying you, like Capital One, Horizon Gold, and a bunch of others. Or you're in the secured card world, credit card with training wheels on it. That's secured credit card, subprime, kind of subprime, newbie category. And now you're like marked with a scarlet letter. Oh, that guy's a loser. Those credit card companies don't want anything to do with you because you are a loser and you are late and you don't know how to manage credit cards. They're not going to give you $10,000 in unsecured credit. You don't even know how to use $3,000, $300. What makes you think you're just going to hire Andre? He's going to fix your credit and then you could get that. They don't work like that anymore. These guys are smart. You guys got to start planning out long term. The days of fixing your credit and getting approved for credit cards, they're over. They're done. The banks are smarter than they've ever been. Credit card companies are smarter than they ever been. Stop it. Your credit is not going to get fixed tonight. Even if you hire me, work with someone that's going to be your ride and die for a long time. All right. I will be there with you. I won't give up on you. All right. If you really need help, Andre won't give up on you. All right. I got clients. Let me look at this. I got a recent. Brandon. Look at this guy. Oh, okay. Here's Brandon. Let me make sure there's no private stuff. Okay. Read that. Read that. Read it and weep. Okay. Brandon, read it right there. Let me read it out for you. The video was definitely informative and entertaining. Entertaining in regards how you played. Okay, that's regarding the other video. But either way, he's my client. I know I'm a current client. I'm pretty sure I would be able to learn something new from the new video you uploaded. I will look at it between me. Okay, that's cool. Oh, hope you're doing well. Look at that. Hope you're doing well. Yesterday, November 1st, my Experian jumped 17 points. Okay. Today, my TransUnion decreased 15 points. You recently sent out a new round of disputes on November 1st. Would this be considered the second round or third round? How many rounds normally do your clients have to go through? Boom. So this is how I teach. This is how I deal with my clients. Okay. Yeah. So this is a client. He paid me, I think, like $3,000. And there's another Edward.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of money in that industry. Honestly, you sound fucking exhausted.
Oh, okay. Anyway, this is one of my clients, Edward Fay. There's a video about Edward Fay, and people are like, who is Edward Fay? He's a fake client. Dude, we're messaging back and forth. You know what I mean? Like, who's telling you this? So I got a lot of clients. Daniel, okay. Daniel is asking me stuff here. This is my private group that I have. Book a call with me, and you could be along with these guys. These guys are getting awesome results. Daniel Novitsky, he's asking me a lot of questions right here. Okay, boom. And by the way, Daniel Novitsky is affiliated with other credit repair experts, and they're my friend. I got a lot of credit repair expert buddies that have credit repair businesses, and they do fairly well. Okay, my business, Pinnacle Credit Repair, is much different than theirs, but guess what? We're all friends in this game. So if you ever see a competitor that's talking crap about Pinnacle, it's just because they're jealous. Because here's the thing. I got people making tons of money doing this already that come and hire me, and they go do their thing. All right. One of my clients, my previous client, Colin Yorkinson, you could look him up. He has close to 1 million subscribers on his Instagram. Okay. I taught him techniques. He learned from me. I fixed some blemishes on his credit. Okay. So you got people that are learning from me, big top people that are learning from me. All right. And what else? We got a lot of people here. Got a lot of people. I don't know. Okay. So look, these are all clients. Okay. All clients in my WhatsApp. So like I said, we're getting results for people. You should hire us, join the team, join the family. I love talking to these people. They love talking to me because I'm getting them results. And another customer, I'll show you, Fatim. Fatin. Okay. Oh, I also just sent $100 monthly payment. She's paying me $100 a month. Okay, right there. Active clients there. All right. Number 6. Number 6 is a big one. Deal with delinquencies. You're going to know how to deal with delinquencies. You're going to have to deal with them. You can't just forget about them. You can't ignore them. Okay? You're going to have to deal with them. All right? If you got some disease in your body, deal with it. You don't just forget it and like it's going to go away on its own. Okay? You have to deal with it. You have to go to the doctor's office. I'm the doctor. Negotiate your debts. There's 2 ways you can consolidate. Debt consolidation is when you have so much debt, it needs to be consolidated into one financial institution for a lower interest, because what that financial institution does, this requires a lawyer. They buy the debt in bulk for a price. They agree with they do all the negotiating with the debt collectors, and they buy it in bulk, which is, you're going to probably get the best rate when you buy it in bulk. Or I can't say that, but you'll get a good deal, because lawyers have to make profit too. So they're going to put their points in, and then also the banks that you work with, they borrow money from other banks. Banks sell money to other banks, right? Or they borrow money from the Fed or the Federal Reserve, which I mean. So unless you know where this money is coming from, it's going to be exchanged through different hands, and there's going to be points for every single hand that the money, goes through. So, if you want to get business funding or mortgages or loans, you need to be in depth with, well versed with how this money works. Where's it coming from? So debt consolidation is a good one, because they'll buy the debts for you and make a monthly payment. However, as you do that, that's typically when people realize, like, I can't pay this shit. I'm maxed out and I'm paying the minimum monthly bill on that. If that's you, debt consolidation would be an option. But you might say, well, if I do debt consolidation, it's going to hurt my credit. Yeah, bro, you're past that point. Stop thinking about, oh, let me not pay these credit cards off and then just hire a company to delete them. Are you mad? Are you mad out of your mind? Dude, you ungrateful piece of... Stop. Pay your shit off. Deal with your problems. Deal with your delinquencies. Negotiate. Handle it. Deal with it. Don't ignore it. You got to deal with it. You can't just sweep it under the rug, people. You can't call me and expect me to work wonders for you when you're not doing your part. I'm sorry. If you pay me $3,000, I'm gonna say, dude, debt consolidate or debt settlement. Debt consolidation, same thing. You're settling those debts. Then the only difference between debt consolidation and debt settlement is that consolidation is you're making monthly payments to the new bank that did that, the new lawyer that packaged all that together and making the payment. Debt settlement is something you could do with a lawyer, right? And you settled each debt account individually. Consolidation, you consolidate all that debts, but you're typically not paying it up front. The bank that works with the lawyer is going to pay it for you, and then you're going to pay that lawyer and bank, and they're going to make their profit. So now they become the bank. Their credit is that they bought it from you. Now you're in debt to them, but for a reduced rate, and you pay them and you make them rich. They make dividends on your money. That's how they do it, okay? Money is a commodity. They want to give you money because they know they'll make money from you, okay? Money is a tool to make more money, in case you haven't figured that part out. Debt settlement is when clients like John Barnes, he's on my channel. You can check out his video. Just type Pinnacle Credit Repair John Barnes. He'll pop up. These are testimonies you want to learn from. You definitely want to watch everything I'm telling you to watch, okay? Because it's going to help you know what other people are going through. Because I can't possibly show you all these messages. It's too many, okay? So, John Barnes. Okay. Oh, okay. So here's this. John Barnes, that's him. Good morning, Andre. This is great news. Thank you. Was out of the country until early this morning. Awesome progress. See that? Awesome progress. Oh, shit. Sorry. Awesome progress, guys. Okay. So, awesome progress. Yeah, you're right. Awesome progress, John Barnes. All right. My clients are getting awesome progress. So, those are the two ways to do that. Debt settlement. Now, yeah, like when you consolidate your debt, it's going to hurt your credit, but you can hire a credit repair company. We can fix it. That's being responsible. If the debt's charged off, way to go. Okay, it's charged off. They're not really coming after you. Okay, then you could hire a credit repair expert. You have to have a long-term strategy. Okay, debt settlement is good, but then you can hire us to remove the stuff later. BK is another option. For those of you that have done BK, that could be an option. Now, these aren't going to fix your credit overnight. These are preliminary steps to get to that point where you hire me to do that later. Okay, repairing your credit after bankruptcy is a real thing. There's a step process to do that. There's some case studies that we have. Click the link in the description below if you want some case studies on how that works. That way you can see what other people have gone through. That way you can familiarize yourself with this process and relate to their stories as well. That's what case studies are for. That's what customer reviews are for, to show you what other people have gone through, to give you hope, and for you to see that, you know what, it's not so bad after all. Number 7, diversify credit types. This is a tricky one. Diversify credit types. All right, you want a diversified credit report. There's 2 types of credit: revolving accounts and installment accounts. Revolving accounts are your credit card accounts. All right, installment accounts are your auto loans, mortgages, and your payday loan, personal loans, stuff like that. Usually personal loans are used to help consolidate and pay off existing debts. People take a lot of personal loans to do that. Revolving lines of credit, okay, you want to be out of the subprime and get in the prime. There's 2 types of levels: subprime credit cards and also subprime auto loans. Like I said, when credit card companies know you have a bunch of $500 credit limits and $1,000 credit limits, and you've maxed them out, and you've had high utilization because you didn't apply M2959BC, they know that you're going to stay there. It's like quicksand. You're sinking more and more and more. The longer you are not doing M29B95C, you are shooting yourself in the foot, my friend. You are destroying your future with credit every time you're not doing M29B95C. Keep that in mind. The longer you're in subprime, the longer you're not going to be in prime. And it's going to be harder for you to get into that club, the prime club, meaning prime auto loans and prime mortgages. When you get a car, you got to be careful, because if they know that they can screw you, other auto loan companies can screw you. And why would they give you a better rate when they know that you're only worth that rate? That's why auto loans, you have an auto loan score. They look at all your previous stuff. It takes some time to build that. If you're new to the game, your auto loan score and your payment, they know your monthly payment is high, or your interest is high, and you've defaulted or this or that. That's going to affect you with other auto loan dealers. Okay? It's going to be really, really tough. You have to be very thoughtful of the steps you take later. Every step, every move you make has a ripple effect to all the other moves that happen down your life. You need to favor next year. You need to think about the year after that. You need to think about the year after that and the year after that. Stop thinking about today, tonight, how to fix your credit fast overnight. Okay? Think about 10 years down the line. You may think, 10 years are going to be old. No, 10 years are going to be just fine. Okay? And when that 10 year comes around the corner, you're going to be wishing you did M29B95C, dealt with your debts, hired Pinnacle Credit Repair to fix your credit. Okay? Now, number 8, seek professional advice. I'm here. I posted this video today. It's here for you. There's plenty of content here. There's about 800 videos that I have, I think, on my channel. Okay? Watch them before you do anything. And know this is a beacon of hope. You can fix your shit with these steps. We're going to arm you with everything you need Number 9, stay informed, proactive, and patient. Stay informed. If you hire Pinnacle, we will inform you on a weekly, daily basis. On a daily and a weekly basis, we will inform you. You saw the messages in the WhatsApp. They're messaging me every day, and I'm messaging them back. Proactive. Pinnacle Credit Repair will be proactive. I will be proactive on your credit. You don't have to call me. I call my clients. They don't call me. I call them. We message back and forth. It's documented, everything. We exchange voice messages, documents, everything. I answer quickly. I have a staff. It's not just me. I have a staff support. I have a staff to support me. Don't be working with no one-man show. Every successful businessman has a team. The military has branches. They have ranks. A surgeon has a nurse, has an assistant, okay? Has an MA, medical assistant. And they have a person at the front desk. That whole hospital supports what's happening in that little room. So the bigger the better, most likely, okay? You need to work with someone that has a competent, skilled staff. Not my right man, Tammy, okay? So we will be proactive on that. That will take the stress from you. You will stay informed. That will give you peace of mind. You will not lose sleep working with me. All my clients are happy. They feel comfortable. You can call them, okay? They're going to say, I'm good, I'm happy. Not all of them. That's just how it works. Some people cancel. Some people do this for various reasons, okay? But one thing is for sure. They can't say that they're not satisfied. But you can't please everyone. So I take that back. I would be lying to you if I said I pleased everybody. I've had some losses, okay? But very, very few. Judge me on my winnings, not my losses, all right? That's why we have a pretty good reputation. Check out our reviews on Best Company, Trustpilot. Even though Trustpilot is a crock of sometimes, okay? They're not letting us post. I have case studies. Our actual clients are posting reviews and they're not letting them up. And I have all the proof. Trustpilot. You guys are not trustworthy, okay? They're the only ones that are doing this. Best Company, Google. We had a Google account once before COVID. We used to see people, but that changed. We don't see people, so we don't have their Google listing anymore, okay? Now, yeah, I mean, if you have a Google listing and you're not visiting people, you can't be on Google. It sucks. But if you Google fast credit repair, we're number 1. That should be enough. We're in cyberspace. Come find us on cyberspace. We're on YouTube. That's where we're at. Okay? Your voice can meet my earlobe, and I can meet you in cyberspace. Okay? Patient. Be patient. You will be patient when you work with me because you know I'm being proactive and stay informed. You're not going to be excited. You're not going to be in anxiety. With me, you'll be patient. Be like, you know what? I love Andre. Andre is the man, okay? He's getting this shit. He's a fighter. He's a trained killer. He is the best of the best. He is the tier 1 credit repair service. He is the fastest to repair credit. And Pinnacle Credit Repair is the fastest credit repair company around that can repair your credit fast. All right? I'm good. I don't need to go with anyone else. All right? So book a call with me, $99 for a call. All right? What do you got to lose? I will tell you pretty much. We'll get on that call. And that call will not end until you get some answers and you feel good. My job on that call is to make you feel like, damn, this call was good. And you write the check, send the whatever, wire, okay? Come on, guys. I'm eager to work with you. Like I said before, I'm in this game with you. You don't have to feel like it's hopeless. You don't have to second guess yourself. You don't need to go to another video, all right? I'm going to save you that time. If you've watched to the end, you know exactly what you need to do. You need to like, you need to comment below, you need to email me, visit my links, do some research, and that's it. Book a call with me. Oh, my number is here. It's 858-252-60. And if you really want to call, buddy, If you really want to book a call, leave a comment and I'll give you the next 2 digits. All right, guys, I'm out.